What's up, YouTube? How are y'all doing? So, last video hasn't gotten very many views, but I did want to kind of talk about my surgery a little more, let you guys know where I'm at. I am, as of today, I'm 3 weeks post-op. I'm able to do just about everything that a normal person can do. Doctor still wants me to limit my lifting to 15 pounds for another 3 weeks. So, but other than that, I'm mowing my yard, doing dishes, folding clothes, stuff like that. Uh, so one of the questions I get a lot, not necessarily on here, but I'm in a bariatric support group on Facebook, and people who are curious as to why I chose gastric bypass over gastric sleeve. For me, it was two main reasons. If you don't know, gastric sleeve is they basically shave. So your stomach's like this, and then they kind of shave it down. So it's literally, this is about what your stomach is. If I can do, so it looks about like this. And so you can't eat as much, and it passes through quicker. Um, and The issues with that is if you have had any experience with acid reflux, uh, that can worsen your acid reflux issues. The other issue is it doesn't do as much for your for type 2 diabetes. And type 2 diabetes was the main reason I was getting the surgery. I don't mind being a bigger guy, um, but I want to be a healthy guy. I've got 3 young kids, and I want to make sure that I live long enough to um, see their kids and their grandkids. I'm expecting from 2 of my older children. I'm expecting 2 grandkids already, one in October and one in December. So, like, boom, boom. But so I wanted to make sure I was doing everything I could to be around for that stuff. And so um, that alone is how I decided to go with gastric bypass. Gastric bypass, they take your stomach and they cut a small portion about the size of an egg, and then they cut about, on me, they cut about 100 millimeters of my small intestine out, and they kind of move my stomach and that part of my small intestine to the side, and then they bring up the rest of my small intestine and they connect it to the bottom of the gastric pouch. Then what they do is they take your stomach and that small intestine and they reconnect it down lower. And so what that does is it helps keep the your stomach juices and acids from going back up uh, into your pouch, but also provides the ability to break down any foods and whatnot, just lower down in the tract. It helps. It's got some malabsorption. That's why it's a little bit better for the type 2 diabetes, because it kind of bypasses that portion of your stomach that triggers uh, some of those hormones. And so those are the reasons why I decided to get gastric bypass over the sleeve. The sleeve is the most popular surgery to date. The gastric bypass is just the one that's been around forever. I believe it was created in the late 80s, early 90s. Um, Back then, they used to fillet you open and do it that way. Now they just put uh, 5 to 7 little holes in your stomach, and do it all laparoscopically. I also had a hiatal hernia, which is where your stomach pops up into up past your esophagus, or up past your diaphragm, and that can also be part of the reason you get acid reflux, is because that collects there and causes all sorts of problems. So they fix that while they're in there. And but energy wise, I'm doing well, and I'm taking in about 600 to 800 calories a day. I have 2 Premier energy drinks a day. I have 2 of these little V8s to get my veggies. The Premier energy drink, or the Premier shakes, have 30 grams of protein each. So, and then right now I'm on soft food, so I have eggs, and cottage cheese is kind of my staple. I have had some mashed taters, but I trying to keep the carbs out of my diet as best as possible, and just focusing on getting my proteins and healthy foods in. So when I went into surgery, I was at 300 and something, 300.6, and coming out of surgery, I was 307 with all of my uh, weight gain from the IVs. And so I have lost that down to 280, I believe 284 as of this morning. I can pull it up here. Yep, 284.3 is what my weigh-in this morning was. So I'm down about 16-ish pounds. Yeah, about 16 pounds in 3 weeks. So it's about 5 pounds a week if you look at that. If you take the 7 pounds and add that in, then I'm actually down 20-ish pounds, 25 pounds. So, but yeah, that's why I chose gastric bypass. That's where I stand currently. I'm going to try and do updates on here. There's no reason I shouldn't. There's nothing I'm talking about that's going to get me banned. So anyway, guys, please like, comment, subscribe, follow my journey. I hate that word, journey. Follow my path, my road, whatever you want to call it. I think journey is just overused, in my opinion. So just follow my truck through this weight loss surgery and whatnot, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.